Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of the We Are Not Regular podcast. I'm Kelly.
I'm Eva Diva. Welcome back, guys.
What's up? What's up? How you doing,
Hey,
lady?
Pearl. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I can't complain.
Uh,
Oh
how
man.
was your
So
week? How was your week? How was your weekend?
my weekend was pretty cool actually. It's my last weekend before I see my babies again. They're coming back home from the summer. So KG and I made an effort to actually be outside and go do something. So we ate some seafood after he made me, of course, on Friday. Was it Friday night or Saturday morning? Saturday, he made me watch some old South Side videos, all the rap
Oh
videos. And
Lord.
I was like, bro, I can't do this. So
Did
let's
you
do
watch
something
Ratchet
else.
Bangers? Like, how far back did y'all go?
We did G's up. We did G's up. That's what we
Okay.
watched. And so I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, all right, we're gonna go out for it. So we got some seafood. So we ate seafood Saturday night, which was bomb. So he and I went to go to his restaurant to go eat. So that was good. And then Sunday we decided to go see the movie Nope. And I'm not gonna ruin it because I know you haven't seen it yet. But don't go in with any
Yeah,
expectation. Just watch it for what it is.
I never do. I'm gonna go by
Yeah.
myself. I'm gonna go at probably like Sunday afternoon. Just go to the movies by myself. That's what I did when I went to go see what's the Spoon one? Get Out.
Yes.
I seen that by and I enjoyed it. I seen it by myself, had a good time in the movie theater.
Yeah, like just go watch it and then look up the meanings when you're done.
Yes.
And then you'll be like, ah. And to
I
be honest,
love a movie that makes me think, but really don't
you
make me think, but I think.
like for surface people who just like to watch a movie and just be entertained and be it, they'll probably be like, it's okay. But if you like to watch a movie and be like, all right, so that's what that means. I catch that. Oh, this what this really means. Like Jordan Peele is above his time, like way past his time. Like he's just really good at what he does, but you won't appreciate it if you're just going straight to be entertained. Like you
See,
won't get
I've always liked sci-fi and I've always liked horror, but black people, we all know black people don't make it past the first 5 minutes of horror films.
right.
And sci-fi doesn't really have a lot, it has black people, but not the amount that I would like to see. Because all I
Right.
really watch black TV. Like that's what I watch. I just watch black people my whole
Yeah.
life. So it's like now it's just like I have Jordan Peele where it's just like, yay, I can watch like a black scary comedy or like a sci-fi thriller.
See, yeah, that's in your bag completely. Like after
Mm-mm.
I watched it, because my sister had watched it, both of my sisters had watched it actually, and my dad. And so I text her that I seen it, and she's like, "All right, well, I'm not gonna talk about it. Just watch it, and then we'll talk." So after I watched it, I text her and Jesse. I was like, "Y'all watch it." She's like, "Man!" Then she sent me all these think pieces about it, and then we kind of like started dissecting things. And I'm like, okay, okay.
All right, I'm
So
excited now. I'm excited.
yeah, so
Yay.
like I said, I appreciate Jordan Peele's movie. I enjoy Get Out, I enjoyed Us, and I enjoyed
So did
this.
I.
But I really think that the more he makes, the less you're going to understand the plot. Like Get Out, you kind of knew it was kind of blatant. You know, of course, it had some hidden gems in there, but it was pretty blatant what was
It
going
was
on.
his breakout movie, so it was like very
Yeah,
surface. Like this
right.
is
But then, Us was like a little more like, all right, I got to dig a little deeper to see what this means. And I feel like Nope is like that too.
Get Out, Us,
So,
Nope. Mm.
so Diva, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I actually spent my weekend with your kids.
You did.
I had a very nostalgic weekend. Me and Uncle Phil took
Uncle Philly.
Caden and Carter. We took Caden and Carter to Playland, and I have not had that much fun in a very long time. I didn't even do
Oh,
much, and I still just had so much fun. Your kids are like I know my god kids are like dope, but they're really great kids.
oh,
Like
thank you.
uh, I laughed the whole time. I smiled the whole time. They were teaching me things. I learned about ants. Like
Carter.
I was learning about ants. I was learning
Carter.
about space. Like I was just they such a good time. I realized they're not really ride kids. So the next time I think I'm just gonna take them to like an arcade or something because that's where they had the fun. They did a couple
Yeah.
rides. They did the loops and like, oh, arcade, and then just started playing bad games, winning mad points.
See, Carter is still small, so he knows he can't get on a lot of rides. So his thing is, I'll just stick with whatever I can do. And Kaden's never been a ride person. Kaden's looking like, that looks a little sketchy. I don't know about this.
That was him the whole time. He just like, no, I'll pass. Me and Phil was like, do you want to
Yes.
do the whip? And they're just like, maybe we'll come back to that. It's like, okay, guys, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
they're so
force you.
not like me and their dad because me and their dad are on every single ride. Like he and I have been debating if we should take them to Universal now, and I'm just like, yo, we like going on rides. Kate and Carter will do it, but Kane's a little sketchy, so I think we're gonna take him to a water park next.
So the first ride they got on got stuck.
No,
Okay,
it
so wait.
didn't.
The night before, I was watching something on YouTube and it was like the top 15 most dangerous amusement parks in the US. And like number 11 was Playland. So I
Jesus.
cracked up because I'm just like, it's not dangerous. I mean, I'm 34 now. I've been there how many times since I was like small? Like, they'll be
It builds
okay. So
character.
then exactly. So they get on this ride and it's like a skateboard ride. And they were having fun and they were going up and down. And then for some reason, like I guess the guy was letting like the ladies off, and then it just never started again. And I was just like,
No.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh Lord. So like they were at the top when it stopped, and it went back around and they stopped right in front of him. And all I seen was Carter just talking. I was like, he got the right person in front of him to ask him what happened, what's going on, how long are they going to be sitting there for? Oh my gosh, hysterical. But they won like we just it was just so beautiful. I had so much fun. We had funnel
Oh.
cakes. The funnel cakes still taste the same.
They probably using the same oil.
That's fine with me. They can use the same oil. I also spilt powdered sugar all over your child from like head to toe. I stood up, the wind blew and I stood up, and I was the only one trying to finish my entire funnel cake. I was like, no, I'm gonna finish this.
Oh
Stood up,
my
the wind blew
God.
the whole plate over. Carter was covered. He was just like, ah! And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He's just like, the one will take it off. He got me on the bumper cars because he was too small. Like we had
I
fun.
heard Billy told me that one.
We had fun. Forget, I was trying to chase down Caden because Caden was on one side, and I was like, yo, I was like, Carter, you tell me who to hit, I'll bump them. Just let me know. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, okay, we got to find Caden. So we're like driving in circles. The entire time, Caden is behind us. And I'm like, I turned around, I'm like, oh shoot, trying to step on, they don't go but so fast. So I'm like trying to step on the gas. We ain't going nowhere. Caden
No.
got bumped. We lost him somewhere in the mix. And while we're looking for him, he's directly in front of us. Never seen him.
Oh my
So
God.
he got lucky. He got lucky. Next time I
You
got
guys
him.
sound like you had so much fun. Oh my
We
gosh.
did. We did. Which made me think about my childhood. Because your kids come up to New York every summer
Right.
since they were like really, really little. And it makes me think about my summer and my summer vacations and the places that I used to go, like my parents would send me with my grandparents. And that's what I want to talk about today. Summer
Okay.
vacations as a
Let's do
kid,
it.
because the nostalgia from Playland just made me feel like a kid again, and I missed it. So,
Aww.
where did you used to go as a kid? Like, is there anywhere in particular your parents used to send you?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Myrtle Beach, we went every single year. That was our family vacation. I never went like away. I did do summer camp a couple years. I definitely did an away summer camp upstate New York. But the thing I did like was consistently every summer was we would take vacation time. We would visit our family in Florence because I was on the way. We would stop, say hello, check on my great grandma, and my aunts and everybody. And then we would head to Myrtle Beach and we would spend a week or two in Myrtle Beach. And I've had some of my best memories. I saw my first tornado in Myrtle Beach. Like literally, I was with my grandma and my
Like
sister. Yes, my parents went. I had a picture somewhere. Man, I wish I knew where all my pictures were from back in the day.
Ask mom.
She probably has it in the basement somewhere. But I remember my parents went to the beach, and then all of a sudden we were supposed to meet them there, and then all of a sudden they came back up, and everybody was like screaming in the like hotel. I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, yo, they said there's a tornado forming on the water, and so they had everybody get off the beach. So I look out the window, and I just see a tornado going straight across. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was a small one. It wasn't like a massive one, but it was big enough to like rip a couple.
It was a tornado.
It was a tornado. Like that was my first time. And I took a picture. I had one of my little disposable cameras and I took a picture of an actual tornado that I saw. But we were still able to go out later on that day, like after they cleaned up a lot of the debris and stuff. You know, a lot of places were still open once they made sure there was no damage. And
they're like, all right, tornado gone. Let's pick it back up.
Yes. So yeah, that was my vacation. Like that's what we did consistently. What did you do?
I went to Maine. And now Nature Eva, it just clicked to me. Nature Eva makes even more sense because I spent every summer in Maine.
That's crazy because I love Maine, but we didn't do that until I got older.
I did as a kid, it was okay. Like it would be me, my sister, my grandparents, my parents. Did they come? Nah, they got rid of us. They like shipped us off. And like one of my cousins who would come every now and then, it'd be two, maybe one. But every summer it would be me and my sister. We'd go up to Maine. We would rent Sister Act 2 because that was my grandfather's favorite movie.
Get out. That was my favorite. The second one too.
That's why I know the movie, besides being Black and knowing the movie back like front to back. I know the movie because every summer since it was on VHS, like my grandfather made us watch it. But my grandma had a garden and now like it does make sense. Like I used to help her in her garden and I learned how to swim when I was out there. I seen a moose get hit by a car.
Really?
The car was demolished. Like first of all, have you ever seen a moose in real life?
No. Not in real life. I've always seen pictures.
I think they're 7 or 8 feet tall. Like they are huge. Like
I've always seen videos, but I've never seen one in person. And I can only imagine because I can see what a deer does to a car. So a moose, I can only imagine.
Imagine a moose just totaled the entire car, and it happened like we had like a trailer home, and it happened like right out front the house. I wonder if my sister remembers this. Like right out front the house, all you heard was boom, and it was like, oh my gosh! And then me and my grandfather went outside, and like the moose was trying to get up, but it was just too big. That's what I remember. But other than that, like we used to go to Maine every summer. That was our stop. And I loved it. I stopped going maybe when I was like 12, 13. And once I hit like late teens, early 20s, I wanted to go back ever since. Because it was a sense of peace that now living in New York, I took for granted, you know, because it was outside the city.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny that you say that because, like you said, we took it for granted as kids because we were so, oh, yeah, it's, you know, we always do. But like to be an adult, you're like, I would go back in a heartbeat just to be able to sit for a summer and just hang out. Fresh air.
We used to go to Bridgeton, Maine. Fresh lobster. I was eating fresh lobster as a kid because it's Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what a time.
Yeah. Did you ever do summer camp?
I did Southside. Because I'm Southside through and through. I went to the Boys and Girls Club right down the street from my house. I didn't do sleepaway, but I definitely did the Boys and Girls Club.
I definitely did
some bomb trips. Yeah.
I definitely did a sleepaway camp. That was my first time sleeping in a tent. I learned archery. They tried to teach me how to swim. It just still was an epic fail. um, I did a lot of stuff, but I don't know. I just was never a fan of being like away from home like that with a bunch of random kids. Like that just wasn't me. But like I was thinking about putting my kids in like a day summer camp for like half the summer as opposed
Yeah.
to them being away the whole summer. So I don't know. I feel like maybe like the first part of their summer, they should like go up to New York because that's what they like to do. They get to see relatives they don't normally see, cousins they normally don't get to see, spend time with their grandparents. I'm thinking maybe like the first month they go up there and then the latter part, which is July, come home and do a summer camp. That way they'll ease into going back to school.
So what are like
Mhm.
summer camps like down there? I don't know. I feel like
Day camps are
Florida,
pretty much just,
how
yeah, it's
long do
pretty
they
much the same,
run?
like a full work day. So like you would drop them off like Monday through Friday. I think you drop them off like 7 or 8 in the morning and then pick them up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. But they'll take them to the park, take them to water parks, movies, stuff like
The
that. Give them
same.
activities to do. Yeah, pretty much the same. But at least Carter won't be bored because he's the type of kid who likes to be active. Like he's like, all right, what are we doing next? Where are we going? And Kaden is very much like, all right, let's sleep until 10, 11 o'clock. And then I'll watch my favorite shows and I'll play my game, talk to my friends, eat something, take a nap, do it all over again.
That was some Saturday. He's just like, he's like, I don't have the energy yet. And I was just like, okay, so what do we gotta do to get you the energy? You gotta have some sugar. And he's like, I think I'm okay now. I'm like, okay.
He's a mess.
So funny.
But yeah, like you were saying, like thinking of those memories, I want to start creating them with my kids. Like I want to block out like a week or two in the summer to do something really fun with them. Whether we go to Disney or go to a water park, like just something where we could just like every year they know, all right, mom and dad are taking us X, Y, and Z. Like we're gonna have a blast. So I think I'm gonna start keeping them home a little bit more next summer. But they could still come up to New York, but I miss them too. I want to do some things with them as well because I don't get these years back.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I've
So
yet to experience that. I still have my fish,
I
they're
know I see
still
them in the
alive.
background, swim back and forth.
Because I got her a filter. Well, apparently Keisha's a man, but that's nor here or there. Still be Keisha because I'm a year and a half in,
Keisha's Keisha, no matter what.
or it might be Keyshawn. That might work.
Oh, that
But
could
I put
work.
a I put a filter in and it blows bubbles. So she just spins around the bubbles and that's where I woke up in the middle of the night. She was like sleeping by and I was like, okay, maybe you do like your filter.
You do, yeah. Or he
Yeah,
likes it.
or he,
Whatever he identifies as.
I don't know.
They like it. Oh my
I put
goodness.
some plants in there, so I'm even more happy.
Aww. But yeah, I think like vacations in general are just so important. And I feel
Yeah.
like, I know we always talk about it, but we need to do like some serious girl trips. Like I need to take at least 3 or 4 trips during the year. It has to be a family trip. I have to do a couples trip, something me and Kyle do just for me and Kyle.
Mhm.
I want to do a girls trip. I want to do some with my friends and wherever we go. And then I want to do a trip for myself,
Say it
something by myself. Like, even if I just rent a hotel on a beach somewhere
for the
and
weekend.
yeah, just relax, read a book,
Mhm.
take
Yeah.
naps during the day, kind of like what I did today. You know what I mean? Like, just quiet time, And like
I
I said,
think
I don't
that
need a
time is necessary for everyone. Whether, but even if you
absolutely.
can't do a whole weekend or even a day, if you can block out 3, 4 hours during the summertime to have like a little summer vacation,
Right.
go to the beach, have a little personal picnic.
Right. Absolutely. I am with you on that. Like even like I want to do a girls trip to Essence Fest. I have been wanting to go every single year for God knows how long.
I've never
But
been.
and
now it's
I've
Auntie
never
Fest,
been.
so like we really up in there.
I know, I'm telling you, like everybody who usually performs is somebody you and I love. And I heard even like the plane rides out there, they're like, if it's Essence Fest, everybody on the plane is usually Black and going to Essence Fest. And
Essence Fest.
the flight attendants hype you up when you're there. They're like, everybody go to Essence Fest. Everybody's excited. Everybody's singing. Like everybody's in a good mood on their way there. And I want to experience that. I want to get there. I want to see my favorite podcasters because now they got the podcasters doing like little mini live shows there. I want to see them. I want to see my favorite artists. I want to stay there for the Sunday to see the gospel artists that I love. Like I really want to experience that whole thing. So that is definitely a goal of mine.
It's a goal.
And that's usually during July.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. It's in July.
I think it's the first week of July, like it's like 4th of July weekend. That
yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah. So I definitely
but same like I definitely want to do a solo trip because technically my solo trips was always coming down to Florida. That was my solo trip. I'm packing my shit up by myself, going to see you, spending some time with you. So technically I already had partially a solo trip because I definitely came and seen you.
Yeah,
that works. Maybe I'll do something in the fall too. But in a girls' trip, for some reason, I don't understand how me and you have never went anywhere together.
Never.
Like
never.
First of all, your son made me realize how long we've been friends. He was like, "How long have you known Mom?" And I was like, "Since 6th grade." He's like, "Wow, what year was that?" I'm like, 2000. And he's just like, "Wow,
that's crazy. That's a long
time." And I'm like, "Wow, like yeah." But yeah, we should definitely do a girls' trip. I did one this year when I did my cruise, and
that is crazy.
It was one of the best trips I've been on. Like I normally travel with my sister.
Really?
So this is the first time. Yeah, this is the first time I actually traveled with a large group. It was 7 of us. And
oh wow.
No fights, no art, like nothing. Everyone had an amazing time.
Well, see, that's awesome. Yeah, that is very rare.
Shout out to Rachel. You know what, my friend Rachel, she has good friends. Like she knows how to pick friends. So the people that she surrounds herself in her life are just amazing. So like everybody was amazing. Everyone just came and just gelled. It was beautiful. So that was a very good girls' trip. I gotta do something for the fall.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I really feel like we should start putting these in motion, like these trips. Like I really feel like they're important. I feel like summer trips are very important, especially living in New York, because the wintertime is depressing. So to be able to take some time and to go away somewhere and to cherish it and build memories with your family. Like I know you're starting to build memories with your niece. You know what I mean? So it's like to be able to build family memories during the summer is super important. Like I really think even just taking the kids to festivals, that stuff stays with them. And then when they're older, they'll be like, I remember I did this as a kid. This is what I want to do with my family, you know?
Yeah.
So that's our goal, Eva.
Yeah, because that's where I'm at now. I think back to a lot of the things that I did when I was a kid, and I'm just like, yeah, when I have a family, I'm gonna do that. When I have a family, when I'm gonna do that. Or even if like I don't have kids, like I'm gonna do these things with my niece. Like I have family that I'm able to do that with. I got Kaden and Carter that I'm able to do.
Always borrow my kids. If you want to do some kid stuff and you need a kid as an excuse, me and you could take Kaden and Carter.
Exactly. Like I have like kids in all age ranges because all my friends, like my niece is the youngest and she's about to be 2. And then Kaden is the oldest and he's 11. So I have like, I can pick and choose
have that range
and just, and have a good time.
Absolutely. So that's what we're going to work on. And we're going to work on Essence Fest.
2023.
2023. I'm going to Essence Fest. Like I'm going. I even wanted my mama to go too.
I'm gonna write it down in my
Come on.
manifest book, and we're gonna manifest.
Like you would have so much fun. There you go. All right, girl. I think we should wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching another episode of the We Are Not Regular podcast, and or listening if you're not watching.
And or listening.
Don't forget
follow
to
us on everything.
Follow, subscribe, watch our video, share it with people who you might think will be entertained by us. But for real though, put us out there. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'm Kelly.
I'm Eva Diva.
That's Eva Diva. Peace out, y'all.
Bye, guys.